Hello. Testing, testing. One, two.
Yes. All right, I'm going to put us to the other screen.
Nice.
Look at us. We're
Yeah,
live.
we live.
We are live. I don't think anyone's here with us, but that's okay.
How do you know? Oh, you can see it on your end?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Cool. Are
Oh,
we like live live?
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
When we show this recording again, can everybody tell this is our first time? So be nice to us. All right. Well, I think let's get started and talk about what we're seeing in 2024. So, Denise, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody knows who we are.
Oh, well, I'm Denise. I got my real estate license about 4 years now. I'm on my fourth year. Um, Yeah, I mean, I'm with Keller Williams, Futa Home Team. I am bilingual. I speak Spanish and English. I'm part of the NAREP, so the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. I am on their marketing. I'm their marketing director. So I've been with them for a couple of years now, and that's just a big organization that helps um, any Hispanic or honestly any professionals in the real estate industry and just how to help them and give them resources so then they can go ahead and take that information and apply it with their clients and just it's just a big community and trying to close that gap, the wealth gap in the Hispanic community.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
I'm Sarah Futa. I've been an agent going on my 8th year. I am also with Keller Williams and work with Denise. I only speak English, but thank God Denise speaks Spanish. And
Learned a thing or two now.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I'm a board member on the Denver Metro Association of Realtors. This is my first year with that, and also have a luxury real estate designation with Keller Williams. So there you go. A little bit about me, a little bit about Denise, and we're excited to just kind of start this Cafe y Casas series. And we're going to do this weekly on Mondays at 12:30, just to give you guys some information on what we're seeing in the real estate market and opportunities, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate. So, with that, Denise, why don't you talk a little bit about what you're seeing with your clients and probably more specifically buyers in this market as we start 2024?
Well, it was pretty quiet in November and December, and then right after Christmas, everyone was like, "All right, it's time to buy." So I've definitely the activity has been picking up significantly. I feel like, as soon as the new year hits, everyone's like, "Okay, new year resolution, let's go."
There you
So,
go.
um yeah, I'm working with a few buyers right now, mostly buyers. What I have been seeing is a lot. They've been doing a lot of negotiations still. Still are able to get a few deals done. There is still a lot of opportunity with resale, with new builds. I have a couple under contract. One is with a new build, and they got in a really low interest rate and all their closing costs covered. With the resale, we got them to give us a $15,000 concession so that the buyer is able to buy down their rate. So they're buying down their rate to 4.5%, I believe.
Wow.
So still, you mean even if it's resale or new build, you can find a deal. You just gotta ask for it and see what you want. But I'm glad that they reached out because it's the perfect timing right now, right before the spring market. After the spring market, after like March, even like February, that's when it starts getting super busy, especially now with interest rates coming a little bit lower. Definitely, I will definitely see demand pick up for sure.
I
What
think it's
about
interesting.
like sellers?
Well, yeah, I was going to say really quick on the buyers. I do think it's interesting that a lot of people think only new construction you can get a low rate, but that you can
Oh,
buy down on resale too, like
yeah.
just that negotiation factor.
Well, the for new builds, they'll promote it on their websites and on their email marketing that they do. They'll promote, oh, like we're offering 10,000. come get in at a really low interest rate. But with resale, I mean, you don't really see sellers
Yeah.
promoting that, or the listing agents promoting that. Like, yeah, we'll give you $15,000. But if you have a good agent that can ask for that, then definitely you can get a deal with a resale too.
Awesome.
So,
So yeah,
seller side.
sellers. Yeah, sellers. It's interesting. I think kind of the same thing. The holidays are over, and people either love their house and don't call me, or hate their house and call and want to sell it. So it's I think what's interesting is, people still have a lot of equity in their Colorado homes. They do have the low interest rate, so that's been keeping people in their homes a little bit longer. But when you start to leverage that equity, whether you're going to stay in Colorado or leave Colorado, maybe you're having a baby, maybe you're getting divorced, there's just life changes and stuff that I think people are experiencing that are requiring them to have the need to sell their home. And while we watch the market, we all do, right, every day to see what's coming on and what's new that's listed. It's been a little slow. It's been trickling on. It concerns me a little bit because we've got a lot more buyers in the market than homes available. So we still have that, kind of discrepancy. But I think here in the next 2 weeks, you're really going to start seeing stuff come on. I mean, Denisse, you and I both have listings that are slated here in the next 2 to 3 weeks to come
Yeah.
on the market. And it's really going to time well with how interest rates are below 7%. Buyers are coming into the market. Sellers are moving, whether they're moving to another place in Colorado or leaving the state. We've got one that's going to be coming up in a couple weeks, and it's actually great. They were first-time home buyers 3 years ago, and after all their fees and everything, they're going to walk away with about $90,000, which is kind of the beauty of home ownership.
Hmm.
So I know right now a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't believe it costs this much," but I think it's important just to remember if owning a home and living in that home is a long-term goal, it will appreciate. History shows us it's going to appreciate, and you'll be able to make money on that investment. So
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, I do still think we're going to see some pent up demand though, because people are in their homes at those low interest rates, right? So the people who are moving are really in a situation where they need to move. I think as we start to get more comfortable with interest rates where they're at, because let's face it, money is supposed to cost this much. It's not supposed to cost 3% as much as we want it to. Um, I think as we start to get more comfortable with that, and then just cost of living and stuff starts to line up with affordability, we'll start to see more movement then on that side of things. So it's very
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting.
No. Can you believe it's I can't believe it's been 4 years since COVID happened.
I know. I know. So it's it's
It
very
doesn't even seem like
interesting.
that long.
Exactly. All right, wait, I'm looking really quick because I'm showing like someone registered, but I don't know how to give them access.
Oh.
I know. Got to figure this out. Hmm. I wonder if they can hear us.
I don't know.
I know, right? This is all new to us, everybody on live. So um, let's see. Oh, Lori just said she registered. Scott said she registered. I'm going to text him. Can you see us?
Oh, so we
Hey, this
just
is why we test this. Oh, it looks like one person's watching us live.
oh,
That's awesome.
hello.
Not sure who that one person is, but we're glad you're here. I'm going to put something in the chat. So if you're our one person watching us, chat back us, help us out. This is our first webinar.
I know. We were
Welcome.
just talking and talking and didn't even realize how this worked.
Yeah. Any questions? We'll see if anyone responds to us, because we just sit here in the awkward silence. Da, da,
I
da, da.
know. Well, good thing we're gonna be doing this weekly, so we
That's
gotta
what we
figure it
get.
out.
We are going to get better at it every single time. So, oh yeah, Lori said she can hear us and see us. So,
Okay, good.
hi Lori. Yay. We're not sure about anyone else, but that's okay. We're going to get more people here. Um Lori, if you have any questions, I'm going to serve you up here, right? Like you can put it in the chat and
Mm.
we can answer questions if that's a thing. So, maybe not. She's probably thinking of what question she could answer or ask us so that we can answer it.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a snowy day here in Colorado. Denise, did you get a lot of snow by you?
Yeah, I got some snow, but I mean,
Yeah.
this is not too bad for
Yeah.
like
We
I
got,
yeah.
we got a decent amount down south. So, uh, but
I have some clients that are from Washington. They were telling me that over there when it snows, it's a snow day. Like everything closes, like you got to stock up. They said that they had a bit of a culture shock when they came to Colorado because here we just go on about our lives and everything. Like school remains open unless there's
right,
tons of
it just keeps
snow.
going.
Like they were like
Yes.
in shock. They're like, "What?" Okay, ooh, we got a question. Okay.
We got a
Do you
question.
do you think the spring market will heat up this? Oh wait, do you think the market will heat up this spring? Yeah, definitely. I was
I
like,
agree.
I swear I know how to read, but
That's a good question. I do think, I mean, I think we're in a sweet spot right now. I think as we get to, you know, spring is historically the high selling season and summer is a low season. So a lot of people
Mhm.
think summer is the hot season and it's not in Colorado. Other markets, yes, but not in Colorado. But I do think as we get closer to March, we're going to see more houses come on the market. We're going to see more buyers come in the market. We're going to have a supply and demand issue. Rates are going to be competitive under 6%. I mean, maybe in the fives. Who knows what the Fed's going to decide to do? But,
Yeah.
um, and as we're in a election year too, I do think it could be interesting. Well, I still think it'll be a win-win situation for buyers and sellers. I do still think we'll see a slight shift towards a seller's market versus a buyer's market in the spring, just because of supply and demand.
Yeah, I
That's what
agree. That's usually how it is during the spring and then the fall. And then summer is super quiet. The winter times are super quiet too. So, yeah. I'm interested. I'm a little curious to see how low rates are going to be, but
yeah.
if they go as low as we think that they're going to go, like in the fives, it's going to be crazy. And I'm scared that it's going to be how it was during COVID times, like 2021, where everyone was fighting over
Right.
homes
I
and I
think
had to put like
I
10 offers just to get one accepted.
yeah, right. I think it will be interesting though, because money doesn't is not as cheap as it was. I don't feel like in the bidding war situation it's going to be as extreme as it
Okay.
was, right? Though I showed a house this weekend and it was priced very competitively. It was in Parker, Colorado, and I was looking at offering 25,000 over list price
Oh my God.
to
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
I haven't offered that
Now,
much in forever.
Now we were going to add in closing costs to buy down the rate, right? So you got to think about the net to the seller, but it
Oh,
was definitely, you know, it happens if the house is priced super competitively. I think it happens. Just to follow up on the spring piece of it, I do think that this year is going to be unique for real estate in general. And oh, Denise, I don't know
uh-oh.
where you went. There you are.
No,
It's like we
I
lost
lost you too.
um, because Colorado is so transient. Um, Elections really impact kind of the movement in this market. So we have a presidential election year. I think the market's going to be really strong until Memorial Day. And then I think we're going to get into the summer and it'll quiet down like it normally does. And then we get in fall, which it should pick up, but because it's a presidential election year, people freeze. They don't like to make decisions when they don't know who's in charge. And it's not one way or another, right? It's just
How
kind
it
of how
is.
it is. And then once they know who's going to be president, they'll start to make decisions again. So I think we'll see a push in November, December with a lot of movement of either people leaving Colorado, moving into Colorado, or changing their situation because whoever is, in administration controls some of the, the laws and the rules and different things like that. And so people tend in Colorado to move based on that, whether they move back home or come back here or things like that.
Yeah.
So I do think it is going to be interesting towards the end of the year. And so some people might feel like, oh my gosh, the market's bad again. And I don't take it as a bad or a good sign. I think we're going to have a relatively balanced market this year, but I think it is going to feel weird as we get towards the election because people just don't like to make decisions.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So, well, perfect. Well, I know we want to keep these webinars short and sweet and, make sure we're addressing, kind of the things you want to address. Um, Denise, you want to chat about Cafe y Casas and our whole concept with
Yeah.
that?
So last year we did Cafe y Casas at Convivio Cafe. So basically we just offer free coffee for an hour at Convivio Cafe. It's a cafe um, in Denver on 38th. And so, yeah, we're there every third Friday of the month, and we're going to continue doing that this year as well. So we'll be there in person, but we've also added the Cafe Casas webinar. So that will be weekly on Mondays. So we will see you guys next week, the 15th, online, and then the 19th, Friday, will be at Convivio Cafe. And that's just come get a cup of coffee and we'll be answering these kind of questions, but in person.
Yeah, we'll buy your coffee between 8 and 9 a.m.
Yeah,
So, yeah. And Convivio Cafe is in Denver on 38th. If you haven't been there, they have awesome coffee. It's a fun local coffee shop near, what is it, 38th and Sheridan? Is that
yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah,
perfect. And next week in our webinar, we're going to talk about down payment assistance programs. This has been a real popular topic, especially with first-time homebuyers. There's like 70 plus down payment assistance programs out there. So we're going to have one of our preferred lenders join us. We're going to talk about that. So we will get more information out to you. We hope you can join us, and we hope you guys have a great. Oh, and as
yeah.
soon as we're ending our thing, we get one more question. All right, let's answer this one more question. Are buyers and sellers entering the market at higher levels, or are most still waiting on the sidelines? Ooh, that's a good one. I I
It's
think
like,
they're entering at higher levels. I think they're sick of renting and their rent's going up.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard horror stories about the rent, and well, the client that I'm working with right now, their rent went up by $900 a month. So that's when they were like, you know what, we're just gonna buy. And so their mortgage and their rent, believe it or not, like it's not exactly, but it's very close to it. They rather pay an extra $100 and actually own the home than just be paying
Well,
the
and
rent.
what kind of house are they renting right now?
They are at an apartment, I believe, um, and then they're getting into a five bedroom
I
home
mean, right
in
there. They're in
yeah,
like a 3-bedroom apartment and they're moving into a 5-bedroom house with a 3-car garage, right?
yeah,
For $100 more than their rent.
couple hundred, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Couple hundred, but still. Um, Huge difference. And so if anyone's watching this that is a buyer on the sideline, get off the sideline and call us, right?
And then also,
And
I
if
mean, I feel like sellers too, they're stuck with they don't want to lose their interest rate, but it's like you're living in a two-bedroom home, you're already, having your family is expanding, everyone else, you move like life is moving along, and they're just scared to lose their interest rate.
yeah, I think
But
we're going to see some
a
good
lot of them are
movement and
starting to,
changes for
yeah.
2024. I think it's a win-win for buyers and sellers. It's the first time in the Front Range that it's been a balanced market in a long time. So I'm excited for that. So, all right, awesome. Well, Denise, thank you as always, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week when we talk about down payment assistance.
Bye.
All right.
See you next week. And scan the
Yeah.
QR code
Oh,
to get more information on Cafe Casas and us.
and us. Yep. Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Cool. I'll talk to you later.
Bye. Ciao.